What's up, guys? TruckDriver101.com, Big Ken here. I want to talk about regulation, lack of reality. There's a lot of guys who often, when I talk about I've been in a video talking about having new regulations, and I was trying to suggest that we have a regulation that before you get up in the morning and you drive a truck, you exercise for 1 hour, and then you go. And I think it would be a great regulation. A lot of guys would criticize, say, I don't want to see any new regulations and all this. We're always going to have regulations. The question is, why aren't we suggesting them? Why aren't we telling people what we want? Why aren't we fighting for it? There's no unions to fight for us anymore, okay? Those days are gone. The majority of the unions are gone. And I get sick of people telling me, oh, the unions do it. It's a bunch of bullshit, okay? Right, they're gone. It doesn't matter what they did. It was in the 60s. This is 2014. Doesn't matter, okay? But, why do I keep saying okay? Anyway, so we need to state what we want. I would rather see regulations that help us lose weight instead of the government creating a fat study, which they're doing right now. And they're going to say that fat drivers crash more than other drivers. And then there's going to be a long court battle in between companies. And they're going to fight because they need fat drivers on the road until the government can replace our ass with automated trucks. Right? So, until that happens, you have to be realistic and understand that, you got to lose weight in this industry. I mean, the days of the fat truck driver are numbered. Okay, the days of the out-of-shape truck driver are numbered. It's stupid. It's not going to stop accidents because we're still not dealing with the companies that are willing to pay for you to break the law. We're still not dealing with the fact that our logging systems have flaws with them. We're still not dealing with the fact that our companies themselves are just badly designed. If we dealt with the fact, we made it where a dispatcher couldn't order a rookie driver to go drive illegally, then, I think a lot of that stuff would stop. But the problem is you got a guy who, 9 times out of 10, his house is 5 seconds from being lost. And at the same time, the company is sitting there telling him, oh, well, you got to get this freight there. If you don't, your wife is going to do this and your family is going to be homeless. And, and I've heard all that. And if you're scared and you're about to lose your house, you're going to make the wrong decision. You end up like that driver that hit Tracy Morgan. And that shit ain't worth it, bro. But that all stems from also us because we don't ask for better regulations. We have to work within the system we have and stop dreaming of a system with no rules. That system's never going to exist. We had rules under Bush and we got rules under Obama. You better start realizing that unless you graduated from the Ivy League, this country's new rules is I'm going to fuck you. Okay? And they don't care about the color of your skin. That's a bunch of bull. They don't care about your religion. They don't care about your well, I'm a Democrat. I'm a Republican. They don't give a damn. As far as they're concerned, did you go to Yardell? Did you go to Harvard? And even if you do, is your father rich? Is he a rich motherfucker? If he's not a rich motherfucker, you are fucked, sir. You think they're just trying to replace truck drivers with fucking machines? They openly saying all over the world they're trying to replace one of the largest employed group of people with fucking machines. They don't even give a fuck about all the small towns and regular people they're going to ruin. They don't care about the waitress that serves you food. They don't care about the people that work at the truck stop. They don't care about your family. So you got to work with these sons of bitches because they are a bunch of low-life scumbag motherfuckers. But you know what? That's what we got because that's what we stupidly vote for. You're more likely to vote because of the color of their skin, what religion they are, whether they're conservative or Democrat, a bunch of other bullshit that has no pertinence in 2014. It doesn't matter. Right? Who cares? At the end of the day, do you care about any of that shit that you sit around and watch Fox News or CNN for? What does that have to do with your life? And it just seems like if we could suggest regulations, if we could push regulations on YouTube and in social media and try to push things that make us healthier, at least we get some love from the public. Maybe at the very minimum, maybe we get a suggestion as they sell us out to get rid of us. And they're not just doing it to us. They're trying to get rid of waitresses. They're trying to get rid of I don't know why I couldn't say waitress right there. I don't know. I was in my rant and I was like, I can't say waitress. I don't know what happened. But anyway, they're trying to get rid of people like that. Like, this, teenager making minimum wage is just too much money? Whoa, you get orders wrong. Oh my God, what you mean every time I order my death meal from McDonald's, I'm getting it wrong, huh? Like, oh well, I guess I'll have to eat the quarter pounder instead of the Big Mac. Oh my God, I'm suffering. Well, right? But you're going to ruin, whatever little hope this person has. What's that going to do to the illegal immigrants and the regular immigrants and just the regular fucking people that, McDonald's is your extra job? Where are regular people supposed to work? Are we all going to live the delusion of degrees? I mean, trucking is the largest employed group of people in America. That's 4 million people. Every other profession is like 1 million or 2 million. You have 7 million people graduating from college. Where the hell are all these people supposed to work? I mean, our country is headed towards a crash, and it's because we're serving technology, and we're not making technology in our economy and our money serve us. And that's what the Wealth of Nations is. That's the greatest fear he had in that book. If you ever read The Wealth of Nations, it literally, the fear the author had, well, I can't remember his name right now, but the author had was that we would start making things that didn't matter, like computers and stupid cell phones. Like, I don't need a cell phone that can make video, but I'm using it. But I mean, we got to be realistic, man. So, look, guys, I'm not suggesting regulations because I want more laws. I want laws that actually benefit us instead of hurt us. All right, a perfect example of what I'm talking about is South Side of Chicago. It's illegal to own a firearm, which is a liberal, extreme, stupid law, right? Then at the same time, you go to Florida, right, where some kid is playing loud music and an old dude pulls out a gun and shoots him. You got two screwed up laws, right? You do. And the reason you have these laws is because of extreme bullshit. And as long as these laws exist, right, they're going to screw over people. Anytime you allow every person to just shoot up somebody because they have to stand their ground, which is dumb, right? Unless you in your home or unless your back is against the wall, if you have the ability to escape, then escape. That makes sense. And even if to me, the law should even say that if you escape, you can shoot when you escape. If they're coming after you, that makes sense. But if somebody playing loud music, that's a teenager being a dumbass teenager. That's what teenagers do. I don't know any time in history where teenagers didn't like loud music and they weren't getting on an adult's nerves. I don't know that time in history. We definitely didn't used to shoot them. And the funny part is I was reading a report the other day about that, and they were trying to go, oh, it's about race, and then other people was going, oh, it's about that. And I'm like, no, it's not. You know what? It's about family. It's about family, because family used to walk up to Grandpa when he got 89 years old and say, Grandpa, yeah, you're 89. I got to take your gun away. You're 89. I love you, man, but I got to take your gun away. If a lot of these people, these kids, who parents live in Florida, who often their parents sacrifice, tremendously for them, and they just abandon their parents in their later years, if they were actually responsible people who are good parents, like they used to, like we used good kids, I should say, and took care of their parents like they're supposed to, a lot of these people wouldn't have these guns and this wouldn't be an issue. Because I got that guy's at least 70 years old, 70, 60 years old, and he's just scared. And he's getting older and older and older, and his family, who should be looking out for him, isn't. And I see it all the time. The other day, I saw a female truck driver who had tremendous arthritis. She had, I don't know, I said tremendous arthritis. What the hell does that mean? Anyway, she had arthritis to a really bad extent. It was sad. It was really, really sad. And she was driving a truck, and I want to walk up to her and say, man, where your kids at? I want to walk, well, you shouldn't be out here. You shouldn't have to work. When I see old women working, it's like, I just look at that and go, what happened to kids, man? What happened to take care of your family? And a lot of this is, it stems from this idea that life revolves around me. It doesn't revolve around you. It's supposed to revolve around you and your family. You're supposed to serve people. That's what makes life worth living, man. But anyway, look, guys, we got to work with the fucked up system we got. And so I'm going to try to suggest some rules. And I'm not doing it because I want more rules. I'm doing it because we all got to figure out how to work in this system. Because in 10 years, we may not even have a job. And I don't know what America's going to look like with 5 million unemployed truck drivers. So maybe even if just suggesting it could make us look a little better, or just be a little better, right? Because, I don't know where this is going. I mean, what do you do when you unemploy 5 million people for machines? Like, what do they expect us to work? Anyway, truckdriver101.com. That's why I'm suggesting rules. Just trying to work within the system, guys. All right, truckdriver101.com. I'm gone.